The Spotlight on Frazee is brought to you by the Frazee Forum, your locally owned and operated newspaper serving Frazee and Vergas. Frazee Family Foods, open 8 to 8, 7 days a week on East Main.
Welcome to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ludke, and I'm at Frazee Family Foods in beautiful downtown Frazee with Heath Peterson. Hi, Heath.
Morning, Hank.
Boy, you know, summer is just about here. Our grilling season is coming.
Yeah, certainly an exciting time of year. Getting ready to, everybody's starting to bring out the grills and get the charcoal and start grilling those steaks and the brats and, all that good stuff that summer brings for us.
And Memorial Day coming up.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good time, too. You start seeing the watermelon come in and a little more of the nice, fresher fruits. That time of year, sweet corn should be coming here around the corner and, all those things that we miss over the winter months.
Yeah, it's always nice when it starts getting closer to home when it's getting made.
Yes, that's for sure.
And, one thing, I don't know if a lot of people know what small town groceries do, and one of the services that you do provide, you do deliveries.
Yes, we do. We go out Mondays through Fridays, except for holidays. Usually we ask people call by 12 o'clock, and then, for in-town deliveries, around 2 o'clock is when they go out and deliver to those that can't get out and get their own groceries.
And that's a great service, it's what helped make a community a community.
Yeah, it's a nice thing for those people, especially that can't get out and otherwise would have to rely on somebody else to go get them groceries or drive them around. It allows them to stay home and not have to worry about that.
And they can just call you here for an order. And what's your number here?
334-2131.
Okay, 334-2131. And I think it's a tremendous service. And I know the older I get, the more I seem to hear about it from my seniors. They appreciate it.
Yeah, it's funny, the longer we've been here and the more we see, and the people that would be in almost, all the time, and then all of a sudden now they're starting to call, and, so you kind of see that turnover and how that goes, where you get new people and, other people stop doing it for other reasons, so. It's
a great thing. We applaud you for that.
Thank you.
And, of course, it's that time of the year to finish getting your garden in, there's... Heath has plants and seeds and other things that you may need. You just don't know what you might have to put in your yard this year.
Yeah, it's always, fun time of year when you can start, putting the flowers around in the yard and planting the gardens, the seed potatoes go in, the onion sets, the tomato plants, all that good stuff for those that do gardens, and those that don't. Some people just like doing the flowers, and that's a good thing too.
And so you put stuff in the ground and you're pulling weeds and dandelions.
Yeah, for me it doesn't work so well because I found that weeds kind of tend to take over, but there are those with green thumbs that do a much better job, I found.
Well, and some, you got to figure weeds are green too.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Heath, any final words you'd like to have for the people out there in TV3 land?
Oh, we just look forward to the summer and we look forward to seeing you in the store here, so.
Well, I appreciate you being on the program, Heath, and sponsoring it, too.
All right, thank you.
And with that, we'll be back with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee.
The Spotlight on Frazee is brought to you by the City of Frazee. When booking your special event, they invite you to the Frazee Event Center. Frazee Community Club. Check out their new website, FrazeeCommunityClub.com, for current events, membership, and business sponsorship. And United Community Bank, where you are among friends. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ludke, and I'm here today with Commander Larry Quaid from our local VFW. Hi, Larry.
Hi, Hank. It's a beautiful morning.
Yes, it is. And, of course, we have one of our great national celebrations and Remembrance Days coming up with Memorial Day.
That's correct. Memorial is last weekend in May, and we're having our normal routine that we have, the celebration that we have for Memorial Day. We're going to start out with pancakes and stuff in here for the people that are participating in the Memorial Day celebration. Boy Scouts, the Cub Scouts, all of the people that march in the parades and everybody that helps.
Yeah, the color guard.
Yeah. Color guard and the whole ball of wax, yep. And then at 9 o'clock we leave from here to Vergas and do our celebration up at Vergas on Main Street, and then also over at the Vergas City Cemetery.
And that's on Highway 4, right?
On Highway 4, right, correct. And then we come back here and we do our ceremony at the Main Street intersection here. Unless it's raining, we'll do it in the event center again. And from there, we do our service down at the lake this year. Last year we did it at the Catholic Cemetery. This year it'll be out down at the lake.
All right. And of course, this is a very big thing. We look at over the years, I can just picture in my head the amount of people that we've lost in the last few years. One of them, of course, is former Commander Gordon Sanders. That's
correct. Last year, as a matter of fact, we honored him on Memorial Day at his grave. And we've lost, out of our posts this year, we've lost almost 10 members that have passed away from World War II and Korean War. And it's starting to hurt, but we're starting to pick up some new members now to take their place, and it's going well.
Well, and I appreciate that, and we'll miss them and we'll honor them on Memorial Day.
Oh, of course. All of our lost comrades we honor on that day, no matter where they're laying. They might be laid to rest out in Europe or Korea or Vietnam or wherever, and we honor all of them.
And so the ceremony will be breaking up then probably just before noon here at Frazee down at the lake.
Correct. I believe the ceremony at the lake is at 11 o'clock, and we're done right after that.
Okay. And anything else going on at the post after that?
Just a little comradeship over here. We get together and visit and talk, and things usually break up by about 12:30 or so.
Remember Memorial Day, and so if you're on the Vergas end here, remember 9 o'clock downtown Vergas. If you're going to be watching the ceremonies here at Frazee, 11 o'clock down at Town Lake at City Beach. And if you're going to be participating, be at the post right away in the morning. 7 o'clock, right?
7 o'clock, yep. That's when we start serving pancakes.
Well, it's a great thing that you do, and we need to honor and remember all these people. And I appreciate you being on the program.
Thank you, Hank. Thank you very much for having me.
And with that, we'll be back next week for another segment of Spotlight on Frazee. So, pet the dog, hug the kids, kiss the wife, and wave at the neighbor.